All right. So it is, what is today? Today is Wednesday. Nick is going to be joining in here shortly. I kicked off some emails a little soon, but that's all good. Nick is going to be joining in here shortly. Just texted me. We'll get that rocking and rolling. I'm going to turn down some music here. We're just going to chat for a little bit. And we'll get rocking and rolling here once that kicks off. So, this live stream, this is an exciting one. So Nick, he created this complete deal flow system, and I was talking with him. I met him through Gordon. For those of you guys that know these fellas, I was working with Gordon. I own some property with Gordon, which is pretty neat, and I met Nick through Gordon. So coming all and doing everything just kind of came together, and Nick's like, hey, we did this thing, but you're the tech guy. I'm like, I am the tech guy. I do know a little bit about leveraging a computer, so I don't have to work. Call me lazy, call me what you want, or you can, I like to look at it like designing a business that can run without me. So then I don't just have a high paying job, I have a business. Because, isn't that what you want? That's what I want. So there's that. So I created a couple things, and Nick's like, whoa, this is pretty sick. Oh, there he is. Speak of the man himself. All right, we'll add him to the stage here. What's up, brother? How are you?
What's going on? Kayla, what's up, dude?
Oh, man. Just trying to stay out of trouble, man.
What's this nice little music we got in the background? What's this?
Oh, yeah. This is just, it's a little tune for the background. When you watch live streams, sometimes you just get the audio, and it's like, what if there was just a little something, a little something going? We can turn it off, but there's funny ones. There's sound effects too. It's pretty cool.
Woo!
If it gets really crazy, we can pull out the gong. It's pretty cool. This thing is legit, man. It's pretty cool.
This is awesome. Oh man.
Yeah, having fun.
Oh, I love this, dude. You're already streaming. We're already here.
We're already streaming. We're already live. So, in the emails I scheduled out, I was like, oh shoot, it was supposed to be 15 minutes after the fact, and it sent it 15 minutes beforehand. I was like, no, all the traffic is coming 15 minutes beforehand. So I threw something up, and I just started rambling for a little bit.
Oh, you are awesome. I'm seeing a button to stream this to my audience. I'm going to try to put this onto our Facebook group. Okay, let me see if I can do that here.
Yeah, it's pretty slick.
All right, so keep chatting. I'm still here. I'll chat too.
Cool. So Nick is going to figure out his Facebook stuff. We're just talking along. I was telling everyone on how everything kind of lined up here, how I met Gordon, and how he was like, hey, there's Nick. And I was like, oh, what's up, Nick? And I was telling you about how I built stuff, and you were like, that's pretty cool. And that's kind of the story. And then, here we are. And the collab and how that came to be. Yeah. So I was just going over a brief little history lesson.
No, it's beautiful. I'll jump in on that too. Yeah, it's just crazy how life works, right? So Gordon's also a connector. Gordon connects a lot of people, and
yes,
I've saw what Caleb built, right? I want to start the story, but only after I get it to this Facebook group. Are you an admin for the REI National Networking Facebook group? Because I want to make sure you're an admin for that. Are you in that yet?
Maybe. I'm in a lot of Facebook groups, as every wholesaler should be, right?
For those of you listening, we have had our own little group for a long time. That's in addition to Caleb's. It's REI Unleashed National Networking. Caleb is going to be an admin of that here in a minute.
Okay. All right.
Called REI Life Unlimited National Networking. All right, let me get in here. I'm going to make you an admin of that because I can't stream it to that. I want you to stream it to that. So
why can't you stream into that? That's lame.
Because Caleb, listen, story limiting belief for me, once you hit 40, nothing works in technology. Zero. Nothing works. It's a thing. It's an actual disease. So yeah, just let you know. Just letting you know.
All right. So what I'm hearing is don't turn 40.
If you can help it, you just skip the 40s, go right to 50s. I'm sure at 50 you have like a lot of really happy, smart people that are able to help you. When you're 40, you're like expected to know shit. You know, it's not okay.
Okay, so just don't be expected to know stuff. Okay, so just stay young. That's what I'm hearing.
Oh man, that is actually though. That's one of the biggest strengths, right? When all I knew you because you were in our oh, here we go. I get to invite you no matter what. Send invite. I just invited you to the group. I got to know you a little bit through Gordon. And then I got to see, I only knew you though because you were the voice behind Gordon. So Gordon and I would be chatting at least every week. And he'd be like, wow, I met this new kid. He's like, I'm calling him a kid because he's in his early 20s. And like, he's just unbelievably amazing in this tech stuff, the stuff that I hate, the stuff that I don't want to do. And like, we would just hear about the CoLab for probably months before I actually met you.
Okay.
That's essentially what happened. So I was like, this really? Every time. Then I see him out as a banana and he said, you made him do that. So I'm like, all right. And he's fun. So CoLab is tech friendly, tech savvy, really smart guy, entrepreneur, and he's a fun dude. I got to learn who this guy is. That's kind of how it went down. Yeah.
That's hilarious. The banana, those are fun times, man. Those are like good times. But so that was all for like marketing, right? So just trying to figure out, I'll go into the backstory on like the problem we were trying to solve. So like marketing is like just trying to get attention, right? So we were looking to grow out more so the CoLab and the deals and data. And it's like completely free. So we're like, all right, what can we do? A banana's pretty funny. Some would say, you ready for this? It's appealing. Come on, that was pretty good. That was pretty good, right? All right. I'll pat myself on the back for that one. And then we got like all these other costumes that are just hilarious because it's like, you know, like we have the infrastructure running, so we don't need to be in front of the computer like yielding calls all day. So we can just go out and have fun. And that's what that's like the business I wanted to build, right? One that runs without use, then it's actually a business, not a high-paying job. So we were just filming content to do marketing. And then like, I'm like, all right, this marketing thing, I'm not that great at like making content. So I kind of dove into a little bit about how I could use AI to make content. So I've been doing that for a little bit, and that is like insane for AI content creation. Yeah, that's another thing I can dive into, but
yeah, tell us your story, Ken. So I know your followers have heard your story. I would like you to do the 5 to 10 minute version of you, how you got to where you are today, what appealed to you about getting into the self-employed space. Like, tell us everything. Tell your story.
All right, let me oh, it's letting me do the thing. Look at this. Oh, can I do at everyone too?
Or are you in the group?
I am. I was gonna at everyone in the group and see what happens.
All right, now that you're in, hold on. I'm making you an admin. Hold up. Now I can do that.
All right.
So
All right. Well, to answer your question, well, you're doing that. So that's a great question. The self-employed space. How did I get here? So I'm gonna talk like this was so long ago, but you're really gonna be like, Caleb, this was like 2 years ago. It wasn't very long ago. You're still like very new to all this, and you're exactly right. So I'm going to talk like the old man I am inside. Yeah, that's how we'll go. So when I first like graduated out of high school, I had the opportunity to, I was working an IT job fresh out of high school. I had that opportunity to have a job lined up. I was going to college and then I dropped out because I was learning more in the job than I was in the classroom. So I was like, all right, I learned more by doing, and I still learn more by doing. So those of you that aren't doing, just do and then learn. It's all super simple. So that's how that started with like the technological background and everything. But before that started, I had a computer since I was 4. So I've been around like technology and stuff pretty much my whole life, I would say. So that's how like I'm like super confident with a computer. I can make anything happen pretty much. I don't say that to mean to be like cocky or anything. I say that because there's a lot of things that people are like, can you even do this? So I'm like, yeah, we'll make it happen. And we made it happen. So that's where that comes from. So all right, now back to job. All right, so I am working a job fresh out of high school. I'm like, dang, this kind of stinks. So I went through that for like 2 years, clocking in, clocking out, learning. It was a local business, so I was able to learn a lot about how small business works. And me being an achiever, wanting to do more, I felt constrained and limited by having a certain number of hours to be worked to capitalize on income, and then not being out to go and do more, because I was incentivized essentially to not create. Well, I was incentivized to create problems for customers and then bill them for it. I did not like that. Oh no, we lost Nick. He'll be back in a second. I'm sure maybe he closed out the wrong tab. Oh, there we go. Uh-oh. Did we close out a tab on accident?
No, you know what I did? I tried to log in using an old StreamYard account, and I think it like logged me out, logged me back in for whatever reason. Sorry about that.
That's funny.
Keep going. I'm listening. Again, dude, I'm in my mid-40s, so whatever happens is my fault. Just let me know.
So yeah, working a job, there's only so much money I can make. And I felt bad because like we were billing people for problems. Just like the infrastructure of like how the business was running. It was like, this isn't really my forte. We're selling time. That's it. Time for services. It wasn't like the best thing. Anyways, so I'm like, all right, well, another opportunity presented itself to go to a marketing company, right? And this is, I got pretty good. You know, salesmen, how like,
Ooh, bro, we lost your audio. Or maybe it just
we lost the audio.
Oh, you're back. You're back.
Okay.
That's weird.
Interesting. I'm using a little wireless mic. So, all right.
Got it. I think you're back.
Okay, that's good. So I figured out what I took an opportunity in marketing. And do you know how sales guys are? Like some of them can be pretty sleazy on what they're selling you on. And I figured out what an MLM was pretty quick. So an MLM is multi-layer marketing. It's like some like third-party contractors, they work with clients. Put that in quotes for a reason. You'll figure it out if you ever do one of these. And pretty much you become like, you're come into the company because you have a heartbeat and they're like, we're going to train you to sell. So I was like, all right, cool. I figured out how to sell. So that's good. Figured out how to sell. And then what you're told is, all right, you can grow your organization underneath you. Start hiring people, start recruiting people, get people in the door. So people with a heartbeat to grow fast, right? So you're learning how to create an organization within an organization. It's like, all right, cool. You're building a team. I learned how to do that. And then that company pretty much went up in flames. I was like, so close to almost leveling out and having my own business. But then I'm like, was I really my own business or was I slaving away for another organization anyways? Interesting. But anyways, that company went up in flames. So it's like, all right, I heard about this wholesaling thing. Sounds easy. Let's go. Come to find out, it takes a little bit to build up a sales pipeline. I went through 3 months of 8 to 10 hour days sitting on the cold call dialer all day long, figuring it out. So cold calling, I had I was working with a marketing agency to bring in Facebook leads. That didn't really pan out. And then one day it just clicked. So this is like what really made it happen. So I had a deal under contract. It was a hybrid deal. It wasn't great for an investor, but it was really good for a homestead buyer. I didn't know this at the time. So I'm blasting out this email to investors. I'm like, I got this super hot deal. Come check it out. And then it's just crickets. And then I met Gordon in an office. And Gordon's like, I might have a buyer for you. That was after figuring out, what he does, what I do, how we're doing what we do. And yeah, that the rest is history. Gordon had a buyer. We made a deal happen. Yeah, I've been wholesaling for a little over a year now, year and 2 months ish. I've closed on 9 transactions, and I say wholesaling very loosely. I've been working in real estate for 9 months, especially in the state of South Carolina. I just know how deals work. I don't wholesale anything. Yeah, that's where we're at now. So I've built infrastructure around like my wholesaling business and how deal flow comes in to where I don't need to be pulling lists every day. The leads just pop up and I just have to respond to them. So that's it. That's my life story in like 10 minutes, right?
Love that. Yeah, I love that so much. And just to be clear too, I'm doing a little intro here for this streaming, which I know we're already 26 minutes in, but why not, right? Still gonna try
Why not?
It's sorry, I'm gonna say it wrong. Leads and data and what is it? What's it called? Your program?
Deals and data.
Deals and data. I had it right. All right.
Yeah.
Deals and data. So cool. Combining, and we can get into like kind of where this is going, right? Like moving from your background, my background, and what we've created together, and kind of blending this in, right? That's what you want to go over for today.
Yep.
So I'm just writing this down, right? So for newer experienced real estate investors, check out this new group where we incorporate REI Accelerated's experience, knowledge, and frameworks, the complete deal flow system, which is the full off-market deals playbook for investors, and coupled with the Skool community with deals and data as a service to help bring it all into a done with you package. Meet Caleb behind the magic, and come on and meet us if you haven't already. How's that? Any good? Should I change it, or is it good?
Sounds good.
All right.
And it's
all right. I think I did it. No idea. Yeah. I hit a button and now it's gone. So.
All right. Let's. All right. Did we break it this time?
Could have broken it. So, if I go to my profile, let me see here. I wonder how many times I'm on social and I have no idea what's actually happening. All right, go to my profile, see if something's happening here.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at that. It's working. All right, cool.
Oh, look at that.
All right. We're here.
Oh, yeah, you're live. Look at that. You got it sorted out.
I figured it out. So we're here.
Look at that. Awesome. Sick.
For those of you just joining us, I'm over 40, so I have problems with tech. Caleb is under 30, so he is fantastic. We are talking about our backgrounds, coming up into how we got to where we are today in entrepreneurship, self-employment, and ultimately in real estate. And then we're going to talk about kind of a really cool thing that has been being played around with for a really long time, right? Caleb and both deals and data, along with complete deal flow system and all the frameworks and coaching surrounding what used to be REI Accelerated and REI Ignition. From our current community members, our current students, we're going to be moving that into a beautiful community that Caleb has really done a great job at starting, at fostering, at creating, at bringing in. And there's a lot of action and energy being injected into that. Not only that, but we have a lot of cool, cool tools and gifts that's already happening in that group, right?
Yeah.
So we'll just announce that once in a while, and we'll go back to stories, and we'll come back and talk about whatever you want to talk about for takeaways and add-ons here. How's that?
Yeah, that sounds fantastic. I mean, yeah, cool. Man. So like, what was like that one point in your life where you were like, I like this business thing, or like your first entrepreneurship experience? What was that for you?
Oh, absolutely, man. I'm happy to share. So I was a banker, started at Mellon Bank in Boston, Massachusetts. And they slowly had me working 40, 50, 60, then 70 and 80 hour weeks.
Okay. All right. Quite the ramp up.
Yes. Yeah. I was promoted 5 times, still made under $52,000 a year, but I oversaw a team of 26. And I have to say, fantastic opportunity. Like I get sent to India to like train a whole team for like 3 months, like super cool out of college job, right? And I just remember like I literally lost a Risk game. Do you know the game Risk, Caleb? Yep. Yeah, cool. Some people who are logging in might have heard the story, but I'm going to share this with you and your people because it's an interesting. Like I was a politics major, so by default, I had no future coming out of college. But we loved these board games, right? Of like taking over the world and world domination and all these things. And some buddies were at my house and we're playing this Risk game, and they knew better. So all 5 of them ganged up on me and got me out first, which was a good move for them because I tend to win. And but now I had to sit there for like 3 hours, Caleb, and like wait for them to end this game. So now it's like 1 a.m, and as a joke, I just turn on late night TV. Right? This is in 2003 or 2004. I turn on some late night TV, and there's an infomercial of a guy on TV saying, "Learn to buy real estate, pennies on the dollar. You know, quit your corporate job. Learn how to do." So as a complete joke, Caleb, I picked up the phone, called the 800 number, ordered my very first real estate info binder of information. It was John Beck's tax lien or free and clear tax lien system or whatever it was be. And that became, so everyone, it was a joke. Everyone laughed. I get this thing in the mail like 2 weeks later, and I start to go through it. I'm like, oh, this is interesting, right? And so I'm going through it, and finally at the bottom of one of them, it said, if you're serious about real estate, contact this number. It was an 800 number. I guess I'm serious. I just paid $49 for a binder that came in the mail, and I read through it. And I called this 800 number, and the absolute best salesman in the world talked me into my first like over the phone boot camp, right? Like it was like I had to get 4 credit cards out. It was $6,000, and I had to get 4 credit cards out and split all the payments up. And that 2 months, I don't think for me, I already had all that knowledge, but for me in that 6 months, it helped me get moving. It helped me start the action steps towards what a wholesaling machine was or how to market to sellers. Mm-hmm. But it really got me to read one book, right? One of my homework assignments was to read The Big Purple Book, which we've all read. You read too, Caleb, or you haven't read The Big Purple Book?
What is The Big Purple Book?
Robert Kiyosaki? No?
Oh, I have. I've got Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
That's the one. That's the one.
Oh, okay. That's what's referenced The Big Purple Book. Okay. All right.
That's it. That changed my entire thought process and outcomes on finance, and I was a day trader, and it changed everything for me. So from there, I went course happy and started buying. I went to the expo, which was in 2005 here in Boston, and I went nuts. I spent, whatever money I had left on my credit cards, probably $25,000 to $30,000 worth of new courses, new guru boot camp, new everything. And depends on how much of the story you want. This is our first live. Do you want me just to keep going? Let me know if I'm talking too much.
Keep going.
All right, cool. I'll tell the whole story. So had all these courses, started going through them all. There's a wholesaling one. There's RV parks. There's mobile home. I had way too much information. And I was angry because now I'm like sitting on this stuff for a year and I hadn't done a deal yet. So the joke is I had an accountability partner before I knew I had an accountability partner, because I would take a shower every single day. And back then, Caleb, way back then, I had lots of hair, gorgeous, fluffy locks of hair, and they would just take all over the place.
Do we got to use AI to add hair today?
Except for the shiny part of my bald head. Yeah.
Hey, man, that's all good. I already have a receding hairline, and I'm 21, so.
Us most brilliant people do, Caleb. Like, you're just part of the group now. That's just, IQ. IQ is so much higher when you get rid of all this weight. Yeah. Might have to now. But I invested in all these courses, didn't have a deal yet. And then I had this guy in Minnesota who's back in then, there's old school online forums, like really old school, like REICoLab.com was an old school forum that I was on, and I was like looking for a mentor. I just want to start getting moving. I have all this knowledge. And a guy in Minnesota found me and said like, hey, I have access to undervalued real estate. Now I want people to remember when this was. 2005 was a really long time ago. So, and it was also right almost at a peak of a market cycle, right?
Yep.
And he said, hey, I have access to off-market real estate, and we're going to pay below market value for them. And I have all these tenant buyers, these rent-to-own buyers that are going to pay 20% above market rent to come in, rent the property for 3 years. So we're going to get paid cash flow monthly after the mortgages are paid. And then they're going to contract to buy the property 3 years later at 20% above what we're paying for it now. And the kicker for me was, back then you could get these things financed at 90 to 100% financing. That's just what it was. And the seller, let's say you contracted at $500,000 for a purchase price, the seller could legally, and you would finance that 90 to 100% with a bank loan. The seller could legally at the closing give you a check back for, call it $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. That it was like leveraged funds to say, thanks and good luck, right? So I'm like, wait a second, I'm gonna get money from rent and from the resale, but I'm gonna get money at the purchase closings? All I have to do is sign for these loans and you'll do all the work, this guy? He's like, yeah, I have some credit issues, so you'll have to sign for the mortgages. I'm like, no problem, let's do this, right? Partner, 50-50. And it helped me do my first deal. But Caleb, I didn't just do one, let's do 5 all at once. And
nice.
My very first real estate deals were in 2005. I bought 5 of these houses, all 90 to 100% financed. And he got his take on the purchase closings, and I got my take to try to help pay off some of the credit card debt that I had been amassing from all these courses and gurus and all these things. And the next week, we had our roll-in call or intake call with him for next steps, getting the tenants moved into the properties, having, where the rents are going to go and where the distributions are going to be. And he didn't show up to our call, my partner, this next week. I was like, what the fuck? And then I went into the next week and I started emailing him like, dude, where are you? Like, what's happening? We need to get these things rolling. And he sort of just disappeared. And what it turned out, Caleb, is that those tenant applications that he had shown me and the resale purchase and sale agreements that he had shown me, maybe none of that was actually real. He just wanted his take from the purchase closings. He wanted me to sign for all the mortgages. And that's what I learned. Those documents weren't real, but those mortgages I had just signed, they were very, very real.
Yes.
And
holy snap.
I spent an eternity to try to chase him down. I had property managers to try to rent these things out. But as a sole banker living on less than that 10, I was only making like $38,000 a year. You can only float those mortgages for barely 4 to 5 months before I was out of money. And the collection calls started. And that was really the first, I'd say, like almost traumatic experience where my phone was ringing every 38 seconds with an automated robo-dialer collections call from these mortgages. And I just couldn't, I had to put my phone in a drawer and like turn it off. And all I wanted was for the collection calls to stop. And you know who got them to stop? There was another investor in Minnesota and Wisconsin that was a short sale specialist. So he got me he's like, listen, I'll help you out. We'll try to buy it. We'll try to work the short sale. And he did. He got the collection calls to stop. As a motivated seller myself, as a traumatized seller, as someone who just wanted to go back to a normal life. Mm-hmm. That investor helped me by working short sales on 4 of those 5 houses. But ultimately, because in those moments with short sales, I was just signing anything the banks put in front of me to just get them to stop calling, right? Get them to the collection calls, the court notices. I just want everything to stop. And I had signed in doing that about $400,000 in promissory notes that I still owed this bank that showed up on my credit report that I had to now, the houses were finally gone. The collection calls stopped. But now I was in a place with no cash. All my credit was ruined. And I owed $400,000 from these deals. That's how I started in real estate. It's like,
holy snap.
So does that resonate with you or anybody else in your? You don't have to do that in your people who are watching it. Is that you don't have to do it that way.
Yeah.
For me, that was kind of my entry point. And what that did for me, right? What a beautiful, beautiful gift to have all that happen right up front, where I literally thought my life was over. I literally thought that like all my buddies were going out. They had these 401ks, very little debt. They're all going out to TGA Fridays on like the Fridays from the bank. If the bank checked my credit, I would have lost my job. because I needed good credit to have my job. And all of this happened when I finally realized that, I was being hypnotized from another one of those gurus that I had already paid the money for this hypnosis course. So I went to this hypnosis thing called The Turning Point. It was Marshall Silver was his name. Great hypnotist, great self-help development guy. And I remember laying on the floor of this hotel and I'm fighting with myself. Like, I can't believe this guy totally, effed you, and you're never going to come back from this. And don't even try. Like, just play small, go. And then another voice started to creep in. Is this going to be his fault, or are you going to take responsibility for this? Right? Like, first the voice that came back was, "Are you done yet?" I love that voice. I was like, what? Done what? You're going to continue to blame this guy? Are you going to continue to live here, right, in this place of just someone else totally fucked you and now you're done forever? Or, right, are you going to take ownership of your decisions and ownership of your life and step back in the ring? And then there's just this weird conversation back and forth happening in my brain, right, while I was saying I couldn't be hypnotized, laying on the floor of a hotel. And it ended up being one of the most beautiful gifts I've ever received for myself, Caleb, right? Like, having that master program to realize in that moment, I was completely in control of everything that did or didn't happen in my life just by how I were to look at it. Mm-hmm. And, it was my fault that I wasn't necessarily knowledgeable enough, or I didn't do due diligence on the partner, or I didn't do this and that, but it also got me to get started. And it got me to make these massive mistakes early. So then I got to learn, with all those fear and all the imposter syndrome, I still wholesaling. What's the only strategy I can now do? If I don't have cash or credit, I have to do this thing called wholesaling. That's the only thing I could do, right? Time, effort, energy. So I started moving into that space where taking my phone back out of the drawer, which was a really big deal for me. Learning, no matter how scared I was, no matter what excuses were going through my head in that moment, to make a call, to start calling people no matter what. And that's where that tagline of "shut up and do it" came from. That was my tagline for myself, where I was going to take my stuff out. I had my little notepad here. Back then it was all paper and files, right? Not like I didn't have a phone laptop. I had all my shit together, and I'm like, okay, I have to get away from my favorite pen, and I have to have my notes just here. What if I talk to them about this property and he's interested? So I have to make sure all my public records are all printed off. Like, all these little mini excuses that I was making for myself to not do what was required, which for me was overcoming the fear of my phone, right? And then taking what I had learned, I don't have any cash or credit to lose. So what do I do now? Well, that led me into what wholesaling was. It led me into how to be a really good marketer. It led me into knocking on doors and overcoming fears of talking to people, overcoming fears of calling people on the phone, learning what a hard money lender was, learning how to raise other people's money once I had an established base on wholesaling, knowing what I was doing was the right thing to do, right? And that became the fundamental lesson. And it was funny because that was only the very first, what I call failure, the first gone to zero moment. And we've had 5 since then in 20 years. It's 2025. Yeah. So 20 years later, we've had 5 of these like come to Jesus moments. And every single one of them, like the speed at which you stop being the victim and feeling shitty and sorry for yourself versus how you can rise up and take the learnings, take the lessons. But what can I take from this? How is this happening for me? Right? Like, how is this happening for, what can we now take from this to move into the next phase? And dude, I'm always here for a story. I've got 4 more of those stories. But the first story, that first one, we wrote a book about. It's called Don't Quit, Stories of Persistence, Courage, and Faith. It's how I became a best-selling author. Me and a bunch of other authors that have been through some shit. We all kind of picked a chapter and wrote about like an amazing, crazy story. Some was money, some was a death, life-threatening death injury. It was like all sorts of crazy shit. So all the money from that book goes to charity. I'm not here to promote a book.
Man, so through it, right at the very beginning of the journey. You went through it right at the very beginning.
Yeah, man.
Dang, and I thought my 3 months of straight up cold calling with nothing to show for it was bad.
3 months was like the average. I mean, I found it how I restarted right after all that stuff happened, forcing myself to make the calls, forcing myself to even go door knocking just to get over my fear of stuff. I finally found one guy that was buying these triple deckers that are near Boston, in a place called Somerville, right outside of Boston here. And I was relying on it. He was showing me how he was buying things, and he lent me his contractor. So I started learning construction costs. And I was using his data to negotiate deals with these sellers, right? Talked to a lot of tenants, had a lot of doors slammed in my face, a lot of swear words said to me in cold calling, but that was all kind of part of the journey, right? And learning, like, my new goal. This is a side quest, but my new goal, because when it gets hard when you get yelled at and screamed at and people never answer, and you're in this zone of like having to do something, like doing this stuff anyway, even though you're getting shit on. It became a new story for me. Like, how can I make this person smile right now? So that became like my new goal, whether it was a door knock or a phone conversation. How do I get them to not hang up on me or slam this door immediately? How do I get them to laugh? And I would make a game around it, right? And one of the things I remember doing is I would take, the first thing I did, by the way, I know I'm talking a lot, but if this,
yeah.
I would take this really cheap bottle of like champagne around to when I was door knocking, and it was like a $6 bottle of like champagne. And I remember like knocking on a door, and just when someone would finally answer, I'd be like, "Congratulations!" Right? They're like, "Whoa!" Like, I mean, you just sold your house. If you wanted to, like, you know, like, I got this to celebrate. Like, what do you think? Like, who are you? But it was like, I made him smile. I made him laugh because I'm crazy, right? And that all worked until I did that with, apparently, it was like a 15-year-old daughter that I thought was older than she was. And then the dad comes to the door. Why are you trying to give champagne to my 15-year-old daughter? That's like, I've got stories. That was cool. I would bring little scratch tickets around. Hey, congratulations. Will you scratch these off with me? Maybe we can, learn. We can all share the cash and buy houses together. Like, I did all sorts of weird shit to try to get people to laugh. And
that's pretty good. Cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Dang, I should have done that in my door-to-door sales days. That would have probably increased my sales.
Makes you interesting. They remember you, right? At least.
Yeah.
So
the kid selling Verizon.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, the fact that you have door-to-door sales experience, though, right? Like, what did that do for your fears? Like, so many other people, they don't know. Like, no, that's uncomfortable. No, I don't want to be rejected. I don't want to be, and that feeds into a lot of shit from people's childhood and what happened with their parents and traumas that, anyway, we don't have to get in there today. That's me. That's going deep. But So since then, I'll kind of wrap up the story. Since those first 5 deals went terribly, terribly wrong, then restarted as a wholesaler. I finally had enough money after like 12 months of wholesaling, mostly to this guy, I finally had enough for my own down payment to do my own triplex renovation. And that's when I learned about hard money lenders and bringing in people that didn't care about credit, right? It was a high interest rate, but my credit didn't matter. And I did my very first triplex construction project. It was 2006 at this point, and we broke even. And for me, that was a massive win because I thought when you touched real estate, you lost everything, right? and we took that break even and created systems around it and SOPs and budgets. And as a banker, like, I was really good with numbers. And with the experience of working with contractors and the experience of talking to sellers, and we created, a pretty massive rehab company that ultimately ended up in 7 different states. And we were flipping like 150 deals a year, and just having a massive network and all the lessons learned, like getting to those spaces, right? Like having too much overhead. What do we do for marketing? What do we do when we set up a new market outside of our state where don't have boots on the ground? Like, so many things came out of the expansion journey. That was the end of the real estate thing, I guess. And we still have commercial assets to this day, but we got really, really, really big. And then the last 3 years, we made a decision, as you know, but sharing with your audience, like to really, like, was called on a very deep level from a lot of different reasons to shrink, to go back down to only having our commercial assets, We are still very well versed in multifamily. We at one point had over 2,000 units, with different partnerships. Really good at repositioning and turning over troubled multifamily assets. That became something just we did in our sleep. We had our own property management company. We had our own brokerage. We had, and we still have an investor servicing division. And we now are focused on like hospitality, boutique hotels, RV parks, but really like creating transformational experiences for other people. So we're working into developing like these retreat places or these resorts or micro resorts where people can come and transform who they are. And that's why I was excited to meet up with you, because we still have this tie-in with real estate. I still think real estate is the number one way to reach financial independence and financial freedom. And it's also a fantastic way for us to learn more about who we are, our fears, our procrastinations, what we don't want to do, what we do want to do, partnering with people. And now, oh my gosh, I lost money partnering with this guy, so I can never trust again. Is that true? Have you had a bad meal at a restaurant, but you still eat? Like, there's all these little weird things that we can learn about ourselves. Yep. And real estate is the mirror to do that. And you created something just so freaking cool by literally doing most of the work for the hardest part of cutting away the first initial pieces to that, right? Like, tell me your journey now as to how you, so REI CoLab, right? We maybe speak between you and Gordon, speak to how that kind of started, and then speak to, deals and data, and I'll speak to complete deal flow system if you want. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We can go down this rabbit hole now. The CoLab started out of a little house on Main Street. We're gonna go back in the day. This was probably back in February, I think. And Gordon's like, "Hey, we're gonna do this." I was like, "Okay, sounds good." So I was like the back office guy. I set up like all the funnels. I remember when we were running ads, we broke even on all of our ad spend. I was like, "Yes, all right." From going from a cold audience to breaking even on it, I was like, "This is amazing." And we set all that stuff up, and then he'll join the CoLab, and we had. I'll go into a little bit of the business lessons along the way too, and what I saw from the data that we essentially collected. So there was a lot of people that joined into the CoLab and into that space. That the main thing being like, hey, this is a physical space you can go into. I was there every day. The joke is that I would sleep there because that's all I would do was work and build and figure stuff out. And that's what I still do. It's just my commute is a lot shorter now. So that's nice. So diving into that, we had the Skool group. We had a lot of similar things in the Skool group today that were there beforehand. And it was that, like real estate is hard to do alone. Because of the sense of the loneliness and everything. Well, I guess, that just goes for entrepreneurship in general. So that's what the CoLab was there for, the collaborate over competition, right? CoLab. So that's where that was born and where that came from. And then with the Gordon, we came up with the idea to do deals and data. And essentially what led up to that is we were doing the CoLab, and then we're like, all right, the number one problem right now is like no one has like deals, no one has deal flow. How do we solve that? So we built systems around deal flow because it's not hard, it's just marketing. That's it. And you just keep following up with people until they respond. You can email people over and over again. You can text them, but not if they opt out. You can call them and do volume and do that. So there's all these different marketing channels. How can we make it simple so it just runs and we don't need to worry about it? So that was the next problem that we solved, and that's where deals and data was born. So we were getting niche data without having to worry about going through and buying a list that was resold to 40 other different investors, right? And then we're marketing to those fellas on autopilot. And that's where deals and data came from as a sub-product of the REI CoLab. Now I work with 5 different investors, all in different markets, running the same playbook. We had one contract in his first week. We have another that has so many leads that he can't keep up. I guess that really attends for most. But yeah, it has been a fantastic journey to get here now. And yeah, just working with more people along the way.
I love that. And you know, it's funny to honor like the evolution of like the information that we share, right? Like, so it's so cool because Deals and Data goes so along with the complete deal flow system. And I'll go back with the complete deal flow system. We created we got really, really good at marketing and bringing in off-market lead flow. That was kind of what my group was known for from like 2006 until really like 2017, 18. So, but we did it all like the old school way, right? So
direct mail.
Yeah, all of it. No, we did all of it. So we came up with, and we documented our entire off-market deal flow funnel. Like we documented everything that worked. So in 2011 was the first time we started putting this into like a PDF, like a document with actual SOPs and procedures of what we do, how we do it. And so we started in 2011 and 12 putting on these workshops, sharing this with other people, because with what some people, but we did it like, here's how many calls that you would have to make a day. Like, here's how many pieces of direct mail that you would have to send out every single day. Here's what helps your direct mail have a higher than, 0.05% response rate or open rate, right? Like, here's how to do. So we came up with this entire system of what we call direct marketing and indirect marketing, right? Direct marketing means like outbound, like everything outbound, you're going after it. You can set goals and targets around it. We also came up with indirect marketing, like the old school bandit signs, which by the way, still work. The old school, just websites and, SEO traffic, or putting ads out, or forum posts, or being part of Facebook groups. We put everything together in this program that from A to Z taught people how to get leads, like prospecting, bring in motivated sellers that need to sell over sellers that want to sell. Right. And then we showed people how to take that data, how to analyze and negotiate with that data with the seller, how to then assess, rehab condition if they do have the ability to get to the project and get to the site. Usually people want to maybe lock up or do some deals like right there and or get something in verbal and then reconfirm construction numbers by having a site visit, whether it's them or a contractor or a broker. And then from there, moving into, right, what is their exit strategy? Are they doing it to wholesale? Are they doing it to wholesale? Are they doing it for retail rehab? Are they doing to resell? Like, what is their exit and where do they need to buy it at? Based on, right, ARV and how to pull after repaired value, based on the market conditions at that time, based on where they're able to purchase it at. And then we bring them through an entire dispositions funnel, right? Like how to wholesale. Go ahead. What?
Oh, I said easy enough.
Easy. It's simple, but not easy. No, but like we bring through the entire funnel, and it's so interesting to blend it with your deals and data. So, right, like the hardest part of all this is getting people to do the first 5 steps, right? Yeah. The hardest part of all this is getting people to start. And there's more than enough information and data out there on YouTube in all of these communities, like there's so much data out there. The whole point of it is though, like, what is a tool that people can use that can teach them literally A to Z how to set up and run an entire off-market real estate business, which by the way, deal flow is cash flow, right? Like if you have access to off-market deals, you are in position to do anything. You're in position to do absolutely anything. You can wholesale, you can build cash, you can partner with people. You are in control. You don't have to compete for auctions or compete with other things on MLS. Like you win if you have deal flow. So like, combining this entire A to Z system for complete deal flow system, and then having them in a business in a box of everything they need to do, all the data with what does work, what doesn't work, how do we move through the system. And then when they finally can get through that system and they say, you know what, this is really good, but these first 3 to 4 steps I really need help with. Holy shit, Caleb has it already done with them. With a deals and data system, right? I don't have to worry about what list I pull. I don't have to worry about what filters I use. I don't have to worry about having, an entire system, like building out my entire VA system or me making some calls and It's already there for them. And yes, they're paying for it, but talk about practice, because ultimately we're just putting in reps.
Yeah.
We're like, the more reps equals the success we have in this business, and people quit too early. So if they are getting leads from your system, and they're coming in and they have my complete deal flow system that's in there that helps them know how to analyze, know how to negotiate, know how to close those leads, and then knows how to dispo them. Like, they have it all for them. Now they just need to know, like, what do I need to work on in myself, right? Or do I have to build a team and be uncomfortable with hiring my first marketing assistant, or hiring my first admin assistant or transaction coordinator? Or, where do I fit in this, where I can have this business work for me and serve me instead of me serving it? A lot there. I know that we're going through a lot of stuff, but I love how they're combined. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And for those of you jumping in, like REI CoLab, right, is the new Skool community. REI Accelerated. And that's a whole nother, I'll talk about that in a minute. I'm going to go back to you because I've been talking a lot. I'll talk about Ignition and Accelerated here in a minute and what happens. Yeah.
Yeah. So CoLab, there's a link in the description. If you're on YouTube, you can join it. It's absolutely free. To join the Skool group, you get, there's weekly calls for underwriting. There's sales training. There's all these resources in there. There's really no excuse not to have a successful business when we're literally giving it away for free. And then if you have a business and you're not sure why it's not working the way you want it to, there is the complete deal flow system inside, and you can go through that. I'll also give you 100 niche leads in your current market that you can market to, and keep your rock and roll in there.
Yeah, I love that. And you know what, just because I have some people that I think are going to watch this. So our evolution of our coaching program, we shut it all. We had this whole complete deal flow system documented. We did these workshops. We sold it to people, but we only sold it to people because I wanted them to sell the deals to me. Like, we were the buyer, right? If it was local people in the Boston market, Boston, New Hampshire, or the other 6 states, like, here's everything that we do. Go find the deals and we'll buy them from you. Like, that's why we did it.
Yeah.
And as we moved forward, we shut down our whole coaching in like 2016, 2015. And it was only after, once again, the catalyst, this amazing man named Gordon, right, for me, was like, let's bring this back to life. And so we started up our group. This is before REI CoLab, which is kind of the announcement we're making today, right? We started a group called REI Ignition, which blended all the things we were learning about ourselves, because our business will only grow to the extent that we do personally. Right? Like, working on ourselves allows us to carry and hold so much more responsibility, steward more money, get more deals, get better partners. Like, that's really where it all comes down to. So we'd set up REI Ignition for people to get started in the business. And then we had a group, REI Accelerated, for people who were going to be investing in themselves and in their business in a way where they were committed. They were completely committed and focused on creating financial independence for themselves within 5 years or less. So with that, right? And then we had our evolution, right? Like, we had set it up in a way that no longer served us. So what we did is we created these different kind of products, and then Gordon went off and then, met you, Caleb, and you guys created this thing. And then we still had complete deal flow system that was like in the wings. And we were looking for a place to maybe make sure that still had its value. And talk about a beautiful collaboration with, there it is, a beautiful collaboration where all of you who are watching this, if you've invested in the lifetime membership for REI Accelerated, the beautiful part about this is, you already have you have lifetime access to the complete deal flow system. Caleb is honoring that. You have access of the Skool group itself. You still have access now to the weekly underwriting calls. You have access to these weekly sales training calls with the unbelievable Jake Burhans, who has an amazing acquisitions team and also is deeply committed to working on himself. You have access to Caleb's beautiful brain with his deals and data, just like Complete Deal Flow System. And Complete Deal Flow System is free to those people who've already paid the lifetime membership. If you haven't paid the lifetime membership, there is an upcharge to really focus on your business, get this A to Z system for you. Deals and Data is the tool also that for an extra charge, but the first like 5 steps in your real estate business is already taken care of for you. And now you just have to focus on putting in reps with talking to sellers, right? Talking to sellers, analyzing, negotiating, getting to the know, getting to all of these things, doing the takeaways, really honing in on motivation, honing in on solving their problem over getting a deal. Mm-hmm. These are the things that we kind of all talk about together. But that's what you have, guys. Lifetime free membership for everybody. Whoever wants to jump into REI CoLab Skool community, you get access to those weekly underwriting. You get access to the weekly sales calls. Caleb's in there injecting energy all the time. I'm going to be in there from time to time doing some coachings. He has other people coming in to do coachings from time to time. That's awesome. So everyone should jump into that link that he's got in the comments. If it's not on my feed, we'll make sure we put the link down below. This is now the new home for REI Ignition and the REI Accelerated members that we had before. And then the second part of that is if you're in the Skool community, you see the value, you like what you're seeing, and you do want to take the next level. That's when you would engage and see the value in the complete deal flow system, the A to Z, setting up your entire off-market real estate in a box, and then moving deals and data to taking care of the entire first 5 steps all for you and really shortcutting a lot of trial and error, a lot of wasting marketing dollars.
Yes. Oh man, I've burned almost $25,000 in marketing, so I feel that.
Yup.
But if you haven't done a deal yet, and if you're watching and you're trying to figure out where to start, the MLS is a gold mine right now. You can literally go on Zillow and look at all these deals that have been on the market forever. And if you talk to the agent, you become friends with them. You say you're trying to buy a house. Don't tell them you're an investor. Just tell them you're trying to buy a house. You can make a deal happen. It's really simple. It's there. Like everything is there.
For people who are maybe newer to real estate, let's do that a little bit, Caleb. Let's see, what's the thing, and I haven't been connected to like the newer investors in a while. Like, what do you think is the number one biggest pain point? Or should we go back? We can do some role play. We can do some scripting. I don't know. Like, what's the biggest challenge that we can just cover right now? Just give them some real value. What do you think?
Not showing up. Not showing up is the number one thing. So I have people that have reached out to me to want to either make calls, they want to like do a deal, they have something, JV on it, they just don't show up. It's like, show up.
You mean they kind of fall off? Like they say, hey, I've got this thing, and then they kind of like peace out?
They fall off. I mean, they don't do the work. Like, I know some people have just been like, oh, I just didn't feel like doing anything today. So it's like, what? What do you mean? You have a bunch of appointments that get scheduled. They don't show up to the appointments for you to dump your knowledge into them. It's like, what? Just show up. Like, it's very simple. It is not hard to do. I've always been a sucker for punctuality though. Being on time, never being late. That's just been ingrained into my head though. So, but I think that just show up.
Just show up. I love that. That's a good one.
That is like the thing. Like there's.
I'll share that. I feel that, and it's frustrating too. I'll share one that's coming up now. People who were on earlier heard my very first 5 deals and how they went horribly, horribly wrong. For me, it's not about avoiding failure. It's about heading into failure as much as possible, right? To play the warmer, colder game to get to the success point. Even a no from a seller, like that's not a failure, right? That's just a number. It's a rep. It's a repetition. Yeah. Like we're not going to lift that weight, our target weight at the gym, until we do the reps to get there, until we, fail along the way to get to that place. So for me, failure is not just like an option. Failure is mandatory. And you can pick which failures you want to have, right? Like we can certainly break through, like the knowledge is there. Anybody can pull the knowledge in. It's taking the knowledge that is already there that they have, and then taking action with the knowledge, and then taking action over time. The consistency and the persistence, like that, for me, so many people are going to quit. So many people are going to feel this rejection. They're going to feel like they're spinning their wheels, feeling they're not. But every single time you talk to a seller, Every single time, if you are picking up the phone, doing your own cold calls, every time you pick up the phone and call, every time you send out that direct mail, every time you analyze that next deal, like all of this is a rep towards getting to the place, right, where the whole goal in a wholesaling company is you want to first you want to make your first check. Once you make your first check, there's momentum that can be built. Now you have proof of concept. There's something energetically that now shifts where it's easier and easier and easier to get to the next one, as long as you show up, like Caleb said. Continue to do the same work that you are doing. And then if you follow a complete deal flow system, you know when to make your first hire. You know when you invest in a system, right, that helps you kind of push yourself to the next level and keeps things organized and helps auto respond. You know when to invest in deals and data. When you now are like, okay, I have enough reps on lead gen, I want to get to a shortcut. I want to have it so I have the lead so I can just talk to sellers. So I can just understand when talking to sellers, you're going to mess up the first 10 or 15. That's okay. Mm-hmm. Like it's totally normal. That's a rep, and it's you feeling into, right, like their motivation and you coming up with a solution to their problem over forcing a deal. And that's where we're different. That's where I'm different. Like I want to make sure that seller feels we listened to their problem. They feel like we totally took it in. We heard them. They feel acknowledged and understood. And we'll do our best with all of our creative stuff, all the stuff we have in our bank, right? We have the sub 2, we have seller financing, we have notes, we have helping them with moving expenses, we have, flexible closing timeframes. Like we can pull from all of these strategies that we have to craft something beautiful for them. And if it doesn't work for them, we have a referral to send them to. If they still want max market value, we have the best listing agent in their town that we can refer them to make sure they get that. They have a problem with a fight with their brothers over the estate. We have a probate attorney that we can easily send them to that we already have a relationship with that can just get them going on a probate so they can handle it. They don't have to talk to their siblings again. They have someone else who can handle that. It's like they never want to sell their house. They want something else. They want the collections calls to stop. They want to not talk to their spouse that they're having the fight with. They don't want to fight with their siblings anymore. They want it to stop, right? Mm-hmm. They don't want to have more stress with their parent already trying to be moving into an assisted living facility. They don't want to deal with the stress of anything else. So it's our job as the investor, the creative problem solver, to step in and almost know what the seller wants before they know what they want, and to craft that message, to craft that offer to assist them to make sure they feel heard. That's like really, we're adding value that way. That's the way we add value.
That's it. And that's why as a wholesaler, as an investor, you can make more because you're solving a bigger problem.
Yeah. Amen. That's cool. Are we an hour and a half today? It's up to you. I'm keep going if you are. It's up to you.
Oh, yeah. We are good to we can cut it whenever, honestly. Okay. But yeah, so the CoLab, absolutely free. You can join in the link in the description. Complete deal flow system inside. If you are already a member of REI Accelerated or REI Ignition, you already have lifetime access to that. If it's not showing up in the Skool group, you can email me. Should be in the description, or if it's not, it's in the Skool group. You can message me on Skool. That'll be simple. I'll get that taken care of for you. And all of that stuff is there. It's there for you. Plenty of resources to do deals. And I emailed everyone that has joined into the community from the emails that we sent out. None of them wanted to respond back to me, man. I'm like, no.
And it's you. So I will normally question my ability to have emails properly set up, but it's you, so I'm sure they're properly set up.
Well, I sent them out all manually. I reached out to every single person manually. No automation. As much as I would have automated it, I reached out to every person manually because I love my automations. I do. Don't get me wrong. But when I'm just getting blasted with emails 24/7, I kind of hate it.
Yeah.
I'll hit unsubscribe left and right. So we do need to have actual conversations as humans. As much as I would like to pawn everything off on AI, you just can't. But I did tell you that I would talk about AI content.
Yeah.
So I have been able to make an AI clone of myself.
Oh my God. He's doing jumping jacks. He's doing push-ups. Is he ripped?
Now we have like green tea. It's like, it's insane.
What? Look at this. What? You got a fitness video? You got a cooking
Apparently,
video?
I'm a fitness influencer. I'm editing videos, like it's insane.
That's unbelievable, man. That's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
It's pretty crazy what AI is doing. So as a gift for anyone that has joined the live stream, I'll be releasing a small thing in the Skool group on AI content. It's going to be exclusive to you, those of you that did join. So if you did join, I'll figure out how we can get in contact with you, because there was like no way to actually make this official, but a free thing for joining and hanging out with us today. I'll get in contact with you, or you can get in contact with me. Since I can't really see who's watching, but there's reach out to me. I'm in Skool. Join the Skool group. Send me a message on Skool. If you can't do that, message me in the classroom or in the chat, and we'll get you taken care of for an AI content piece.
That's so cool. What a great give, man. That's super cool. I'm stoked about it. That's it's kind of neat.
It's pretty sick. Like, I got Gordon to use it too. And it's pretty cool what he was able to come up with. He has his thing is Broncos, Broncos. So he's driving down a Bronco down in Wales, and it sounds just like him, and it's just him and his Bronco. And I was like,
God.
This is amazing.
I love that. It's almost scary, like what's real and what's not anymore. No one has any idea. Like, it's crazy.
Yes.
Oh man, I love that. So, and for those of you, again, I'm just going to reiterate again for the people who are joining late or seeing this late, like complete deal flow system and REI Ignition and REI Accelerated are now going to be housed within REI CoLab. What is REI CoLab? REI CoLab is a beautiful community that Caleb, Gordon, and I have kind of put together. Caleb is now kind of running most of it. He's injected amazing life and energy into it, but you have already everyone for free by joining the Skool community is going to have access to weekly sales trainings with the amazing Jake Burhans, who runs an amazing acquisition team, but also is very involved on bettering himself, which is what I'm very passionate about. You have access to monthly underwriting weekly underwriting calls and analysis calls with Caleb. You also have access.
So those are with Jada Thioli. She is a DSCR lender, so she will get you all your DSCR loans too, and she'll be happy to walk you through all those deals and to help you get some money.
Oh man, that's even better. That's awesome,
isn't it? It's better than just Caleb, right? We're here to collaborate with more. So
Caleb be here for every single day in that group, right? Caleb's always doing something in the group, so that's like
always doing something of some sort. Yes.
Yeah. I've got the weekly Life Unlimited Manifest Monday calls for those of you who are in working on bettering yourself. Those are every Mondays, 9 to 9:30 Eastern. Everyone, again, in the Skool group is welcome to come to those. The links are going to be on the calendar. And what Caleb mentioned today, as you're in the group for free and you're consuming the content, you're seeing the value. If you choose, now people who have been the REI Ignition, REI Accelerated for the last X amount of years, you guys will have free upgraded access. Holy shit, a camera just fell on me. I don't know what happened. It was just the expensive one.
Attacking the camera.
I know. It was just the expensive one.
Oh no.
You got, let's see. I have multiple. Look what I have. Look at this. Like crazy. I got like too many things going on around here. I got too many things. But you Ignition and Accelerated people will have free upgraded access to maintain your complete deal flow system, your A to Z off market, building a business even from scratch, or if you already have one and you want to just get more traction. We spent all of our years putting that into documenting it, putting it into procedures, putting it into modules. Shout out to Dickens, who has helped me put that into modules now 2 different times as we keep upgrading. But you all have access to that. And there's other things you have, and the deals and data, which CoLab offers also as an upgrade that can really cut the first 5 steps off of the 50-step A to Z off-market deal system for you. So you all have free access to that. For those of you joining the Skool community from this feed, CoLab, I think, mentioned he's got this cool little AI tool that he just showed to the camera. You can rewind and see it, where it's like literally creating your own AI clone and having it do videos on your behalf, which is kind of a cool gift.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty neat. Yeah, I love that. But I'm in the Skool community. I look forward to being in there, doing some real estate coaching, once every so often. CoLab's in there every single day. We have the 3 weekly calls at least. There's a lot of action and activity going on there. So we highly recommend and ask that you jump in there. That's going to be where any of our real estate efforts on the coaching side will be focused moving forward from our side. So, yeah. Any final words there, CoLab, from your side, or?
If you haven't started to do the thing that you've been thinking about doing, the longer you wait in doing it, the longer like you have not to do it. That doesn't come out right.
I got it. That was good.
All right. So the longer you wait to do the thing that you've been waiting to do, the more of an excuse builds to not do the thing. The more you just do the thing, the closer you are to your dreams and your goals. Yes, it's going to be some long nights. Yes, it's going to be some early mornings. But would you rather live with a little less sleep or the feeling of regret?
Wow. I love that.
Leave it at that. So, I mean, all the resources are there. You can literally learn anything with AI. Do the thing. If you need any help with automating anything, my links are in the description somewhere or another. So, yeah.
And I'm in the Skool community too. You guys can reach me at nickaalerud.com. You know what? I'm gonna take what you just said, because this is what I'm really, really, really passionate about. So I'm gonna take it. Our life expectancy on this planet is 76 years. We have been evolving as a universe for about 13.8 billion years. I want people to think for a minute. We have 76 years out of 13.8 billion that we get to live on this planet. We get to have a life. We get to have a consciousness here. We get to feel amazing. We get to wake up every day and feel really cool shit and like do really cool shit. And it's such a disservice to yourself when you wake up and you have any sort of feelings around, well, I don't want to say that because people might feel this way about me. Like, that is just complete and utter bullshit. The level of authenticity that you can have, doesn't matter if you're in real estate, doesn't matter if you're an entrepreneur, doesn't matter if you're in a career path, doesn't matter. Like, the more that you do for you, without any regards for how people are looking at you. Play bigger. Just do shit. Do random shit. Fail at everything. Like, fail at it all. Like, that's exactly what we're supposed to be doing here in this life. So don't have any regard for other people. You can love people. It's part of our job to love people and to love ourselves. And to learn to play bigger. Learn to not worry about certain things. Learn to only really deal with experience, wisdom, and value as like your 3 big currencies in this life. Everything else doesn't matter. So, love you all. I'll see you guys. I didn't know. I thought you dropped off, CoLab. I was going to close it out.
No, I just made you bigger because that was like a really good moment. I was like, boop.
Yeah, that's what I'm really, really, really passionate about, is getting people to stop playing small unless they are looking to do some healing through some trauma, which we all work through. So we do all that with I'm so stoked, dude, about our collaboration. Literally, I'm stoked about the new energy and activity that are in there. And I'm also, we'll talk offline too about how you can use that Facebook group too. We can kind of do some more lives in there if you like, and hang out. So always love hanging out with you, dude.
We'll get some more activity going in there. I have a list of like another 15 people that all have different niches in the real estate space, and they're all killing it in what they do. It's just a matter of getting all those on the calendar, because my calendar right now is about 12-hour days and not a whole gaps in between. So thanks for your patience to the community members as we get that sorted out and we provide more content to you. But yeah, if you haven't already joined the Skool group, it's that link down below. If you're already an REI Ignition or REI Accelerated member, complete deal flow system remains yours. It's all in the Skool group. If you are in there and you noticed, hey, I don't have access to it, it says it's locked, shoot me an email, message me on Skool, and we'll get that taken care of for you. It's absolutely free. It's yours. It's my fault for not doing the right thing and not just like automating it out, but I haven't figured it out. So, just shoot me a message. We'll get you taken care of and squared away. And
what's the upcharge to get access to the other stuff? You remember?
It's $497. That's it.
$497. That's lifetime then. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going back to what we used to do. We used to do $500 lifetime access. So it's $497 to upgrade to have that access for forever. And with the $497, you get that incentive, right? With deals and data, right?
You do. You get 100 leads as well. So 100 niche leads within your marketplace through people that actually need to sell, not want to sell. You don't have to worry about scraping data, anything like that. Figuring out where to buy another crazy list. It's literally all in one spot. One-stop shop.
Yeah. That's cool, guys. Free group, jump in, lots of value. $500 lifetime upgrade to get to the next level. We're all in there to help support you. There's nothing else you could possibly need, especially when it comes to personal or business growth. Like, play bigger. 76 years. No one gives a shit. It's yours to take it if you want it.
This is
love
AI
you so much,
to the moon.
What was that?
AI content to the moon.
AI content to the moon. Yes, look, what's real, what's not real, who knows? Oh, I can't wait. We'll see what I can do.
It's all real in another form.
That's true. Ooh, deep. I like that. Caleb, it's always a pleasure hanging out with you, dude. Thanks for having me on. Look forward to our next one.
Absolutely, Nick. There'll definitely be a next one.
Yeah. Talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.